Good morning, afternoon, evening, and good dawn, guys. This is your boy Cypherx wishing you a wonderful day. With the newest event, we have everyone grinding out dailies like madmen with the promise of free legendary armor. And remember, this is the legendary armor that gives free flat raw damage per piece per hit. So of course, dual blade users out there are definitely going to be going for it.
When I find you, I'll kill you. I swear it.
Anybody with a faster weapon, I highly recommend you guys go for it. I've been digging in on the internal highborn lately and it's been a lot of fun. However, with the recent battle pass, we've hit a wall. With a maximum fragment count of 2170 from dailies and the shop, this leaves a gap of 230 fragments short of getting a third piece of dragon, aka dry armor. Dry totally works, I'm not calling it anything else. I appreciate that the name means some kind of demon from Hindu mythology, but just for sake of brevity and speed, I'm gonna keep it to dry. Cool? We cool. This isn't a super huge problem given that the game leans more towards mixed sets than anything. Yes, full sets are nice, but mixed sets are what win tournaments. So which pieces should you pick? Well, I have just a bit of info based on alternate slot choices that you may find interesting. These choices are based on a mix of personal experience and Discord vet input, so feel free to lean on this info as much or as little as you see fit. The idea is to consider these pieces and particular combos to fill in your armor and save other slots for dry. Up front, heavy weapons are kind of null on this. There's a much better armor set out there for giant weapon users who need to trade blows often and possibly mitigate as much damage as possible. Dry armor is like paper and is ill-advised for giant weapons which usually lack rapid multi-hit. I know some of you math guys out there may be thinking, well, a full set of dry also gives 30% more stamina drain, and that's great if you're swinging a lot with a heavy weapon. Makes it easy to take out people who are just turtling up all the time. However, that is something I want to leave for another video until I've proven its effectiveness. Now let's get down to business. Depending on who you are, you may like 2 pieces, you may like 3. People who want 2 or more pieces generally want that extra damage to be 8 per hit or higher. While 12 is absolutely outstanding, 8 gets the job done just fine for situations like a combo 4 on the highborn staff, combo 4 on blades of black snow aka bobs, and even combo 4 on many one-handed swords which sport multi-hit such as the Knight's Heart, Umbral Blade, and the Hydra. It should go to note that for regular play, a mixed set is probably preferable because your armor levels can factor in. If you're in a friendly match with gear adjusted to level 11, full dry may be best because it is a direct upgrade to 10 kings on most stats, plus armor souls and the extra damage effect. Being frank, 4 damage added to these hits just doesn't justify the commitment needed to dance or full combo into these attacks constantly, and is more suited to the multi-hit nature of dual blades which can stack up damage really fast. If you are a dual blade main, even 1 piece of dry is fine. Bobs, Umbral Blades, and even Lava Blades have 2 attacks which do multi-hits, Combo 1 and Combo 4. The Lava Blades start and end with multi-hits as well but lack a hit on their Combo 4, doing 2 hits compared to Bobs and Umbral's 3. The Dhaka takes advantage of this not only with a double hit out the gate, but extra reach and the overpowered buff which prevents parry. And something worth noting is that any dual wielder has basically double the chance of being parried on any double attack. Like the first attack, both of those hits have a chance of being parried individually, which essentially expands the window of being parried on double blades. So just be aware of that when you're out there spamming that first attack. Dhaka doesn't have to worry about this with its first attack, so a lot of Dhaka users with dry armor will often double jab with the first attack then reset with guard because it can't be parried and it can be done from a safe distance. They'll build this up and then they get the piercing damage from the fever from Dhaka, and now you're getting a little bit of piercing damage with a little bit of extra dry armor damage and the damage from the actual weapons themselves, so it's a nice setup. Since this strategy revolves around the first attack for all dual blades, the dual blade user could focus on using the 10 Kings from Hell head if they really look to min-max their stats for damage, since the 10 Kings helm gives 10% more damage on attack 1. You even get more stamina as an added bonus. Now if you're like me and you like to use the final multi-hit combo of your weapon, you may wish to use the 10 Kings cape instead. The 10 Kings cape has some of the best HP and stamina scaling for its weight class. However, to be competitive stat wise to the dry armor, you're going to want to level it to level 15 or more. Best part is the 10% extra damage the 10 Kings piece will give you for your final hit, on top of the extra 4 to 8 damage per hit courtesy of the dry armor you wear. With the 10 Kings cape and 2 pieces of dry armor, final combos can shred opponents about as much as an ulti in many cases. As for body options, I have a few for you. For those looking to stay new East, go Garuda Body and level it up substantially for the HP scaling. It's one of the highest leveled HP items you can get as a free-to-play player. This should help compensate for the papery nature of dry armor, which will still give you the new East bonus of 10% crit. Once you have the Undertaker or Priest body pieces, God willing, replace Garuda immediately. The Undertaker body is pretty meta for the immunity knockdown and the extra 20 HP. Equip the Viper Soul and you have an evolved Viper body piece. If you cannot get Undertaker or Priest, go for just the Viper body set. I highly recommend it. Maybe even play around with the Murte body set. I really like the Murte body. It has great HP and the extra leveling up is not something to shirk at. Priest works well for those who are looking to earn their HP with the Priest passive. The body piece gives you an extra 30 max HP per kill for your first 3 kills. So that's an additional 90 HP on top of the 48 base HP the piece starts with. If you regularly find yourself getting into the final circle with 2 to 3 kills or more, this path is for you. And yes, the 2% run speed is also nice. However, to flip-flop that scenario, if you were someone who was more of a stealth player, you like to watch other players kill each other and you come in and swoop in for the final KO with maybe 1 kill average or 2 kills average maybe, then this is not for you. Go with the more tankier pieces or go with the Murte piece or the Garuda piece I mentioned earlier. In summation, if you like to downsell your final attacks, go for 10 Kings back and get yourself the dry helm and body. If the new Zephyr drone has gone to your head and you fancy yourself a tank, get the dry helm and cape while using the Garuda body, Undertaker or Priest bodies for all the HP you get. If you want to spam your first attacks on dual blades, etc., get the dry body piece and cape and use the 10 Kings helm. Lastly, if you're in a friendly match, level 11 dry will outmatch level 11 10 Kings and a full set may be best if you can get the third piece for yourself. This is only for level 11 adjusted matches. Again, these are just my opinion from my experience and I hope it gave you something to think about. If you have a dope dry combo that you want to show off or comment on, please put it in the comments down below so we can all look at it and oogle it. Love, peace, and elevate your hunts, guys. Late.